I need you to listen. I'm going to show you exactly how to do Google Ads keyword research in 2025. I'm Jackson Blackledge and I operate Echelon. We manage north of 10 million a month on Google Ads spend. Google Ads for ecom brands is all we do every single day. And here's what I've found. The businesses making the most money are doing keyword research completely differently than everyone else. I'm going to show you the exact process we use, the same one that's helped our clients generate millions. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which keywords to target, which tools to use. By the way, most are free. How to organize everything for maximum profitability. So if you're a complete beginner, no stress. This video will be practical and so simple to follow, okay? Because that's what's actually working. Let's get into it. So before you even touch the keyword planner, you need to basically get your fundamentals right. And this is where 95% of people actually mess up from day one. People with $1,000, $2,000 a month budget trying to target 5,000 different keywords. Guys, it makes zero sense doing this, especially with how Google Ads is operating today. Automation, smart bidding. Here's what you need to ask yourself. What is your goal and what's your budget? If you've got a limited budget, focus on 10, 20 high intent keywords, not thousands. Google's machine learning rewards focused campaigns. So the thing is, if you spend your budget thin, it just dilutes performance and increase costs. And then you think, oh no, all these keywords don't work. You want to start with 3 to 5 seed terms that represent your core offerings. And these should be high intent phrases that your ideal customers might use. For example, if you're selling pet resistant furniture, start with pet friendly sofa or best couch for dog owners. The key is understanding keyword intent. There are 4 types. Think of it like the stages someone goes through before buying anything. You've got informational intent. These are learning searches. Someone types difference between OLED and QLED TVs because they don't even know what these types are and what these technologies are yet or what the difference is. They're months, potentially weeks away from buying, maybe days. These people will click your ad, cost you money, but won't have the highest conversion rates because they're just researching. Then you have navigational intent. These are I want to go somewhere specific sort of searches like Chase credit card login or IKEA customer service. And these people want a specific page on a specific website. They're not looking for ads at all. So you want to avoid these completely. Then you have commercial intent. Now we're getting somewhere. These are comparison searches. Someone searching LG OLED versus Samsung QLED. This type of buyer has moved past learning what OLED means and they've decided they want an OLED TV and now they're comparing brands. They're getting ready to buy, but they're still shopping around. Transactional intent is the 4th one. Someone searching buy 55-inch LG OLED C2 TV. This person knows exactly what they want. They've done their research, picked the brand, picked the size, and they're ready to purchase. And these searches convert at the highest rate because people are ready to pull out their credit card and make the purchase. So here's the key. Always start with transactional and commercial terms first. Get those quick wins and profitable traffic, then expand to that upper funnel term once you have budget and obviously data. Now I'm going to get into match types because this is probably the most important change you need to understand. Google has completely shifted how match types work and most people are still living in the past doing old. So before, an exact match for furniture store would only show for exactly that search. Now, Google targets the meaning behind the search. Let's go into an example here. So here we have an exact match for waterproof rings. But as you can see, within the search terms, this is matching for things that we see, waterproof rings for women, tarnish free, because Google understands they all have the same jewelry shopping intent. And this is happening because 15% of all Google searches every day are completely new. And search is becoming more conversational, especially with chat commerce coming in. AI, LLMs, people speaking to AI. So here's the updated strategy, I would say, for 2025. Exact match keywords target searches with the same meaning or intent. And you want to use this for precise high intent terms. Add 5 to 10 per ad group max. Phrase match, I don't use this anymore for new campaigns. It's become redundant with exact matches, intent-based expansion. And then broad match keywords expands to related searches and conversational queries. You want to start with 1 to 2 longer phrases and 3 to 5 words minimum. Never single words. So here's a quick look at our brand match ads for the same client again for waterproof rings. So let's go into the search terms real quick. Broad match gets searches like waterproof gold rings, waterproof silver rings, gold filled rings. These are high intent variations you might have never actually found manually. So my recommendation, you want to use broad match for discovery, exact for precision, always multi-word phrases to give Google context. Now let me show you which tools actually work and walk you through the exact process using compression, knee sleeve, sleeves as a real example. First, go to tools, planning, keyword planner, then onto discover new keywords. Compression knee sleeves as my seed term, and also add your website URL for context. I'm going to set location to United States. So when I click get results, Google gives me 293 keyword ideas, but that's way too much, right? So first, filter average monthly searches greater than 30. This cuts to 140 keywords because anything below 30 usually gets flagged as low search volume. Now use refined keywords. I see competitor brands here. Here we go. I see categories like hiking, others like, gender, activity. So here's where it gets interesting. So I noticed significant volume for both hiking and running terms. So this tells me I need 3 themed ad groups on these, because you can see there's a lot of things popping around hiking and running terms. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. We need these into themed ad groups. So when I filter for gender, I do see significant brand terms too for men. So these are high intent segments and categories that you won't necessarily sort of brainstorm. You gotta let the data guide you. The data is not lying. Read it. I won't add every variation. If one has 1900 searches and another has 140, I'll focus on the higher volume term. Google's match types will actually capture the related searches. Same process for every category and filter I can see. Each gets its own themed ad group. And during this process, I'm also identifying negatives. You also want to avoid adding terms that aren't relevant to your product or just have way too much information for now. So now this is a lot of data, but the data Google gives you is only valuable if you actually read it correctly. So let's dive into basically how to read the data and how to read it like a pro. The first thing I personally look at, and obviously the team, is competition levels. We're all competitors at the end of the day, and we want to improve our ad account compared to competitors. So as you can see, there's low, medium, and high. This is about advertiser competition, not SEO difficulty. Lower competition generally means lower CPCs, which is cost per click. Top of page bin shows position 1 costs. Low range shows positions 2 to 4. For compression knee terms, I'm seeing $2 top range, 52 cents for low range. So you want to basically set your budget on this. Next, a massive thing that people forget once you've got some keywords is you can use Google's forecast tool to give you projections. Google has a lot of tools within the ad account. Some external tools do the exact same thing and you're paying like hundreds of bucks a month. A lot of information can be found within your own ad account. People that have been in the game for e-commerce for a very long time understand the difficulties of forecasting. I've never seen these forecasts actually predict performance correctly, but they're in the ad account. Take it with a grain of salt, but it gives you some idea. You want to use it for volume estimation. You don't really want to use it for performance prediction. The real data, it comes from running the campaign and optimizing it. However, the forecast shows maximum potential volume. It's saying I could spend 27K monthly on these keywords. That tells me there's room to actually scale if they prove profitable. Now, how you organize actually determines whether you succeed or fail. You can actually export all these terms you've filtered out and researched. So you got to download keyword ideas. And for me, the easiest option has always been Google Sheets. This is what it looks like when downloaded. Organized by themes, 1 keyword theme per ad group max. Limit each ad group to 20 keywords maximum. Match type distribution, 70% exact match for control, 30% broad match for discovery. Never do single word broad matches, always multi-word phrases. You also want to build your negative list during research. Free, DIY, rental, cleaning, repair. It's screaming non-buyers. Ongoing optimization separates profitable campaigns from money pits. Once campaigns are live, your search terms report becomes your gold mine. Look for high performing terms to add as exact match, irrelevant terms to negative, and new themes for additional ad groups. So your roadmap, week 1 to 2, gather data, add negatives. Week 3 to 4, analyze search terms and add top performers. Moving on to like month 2, optimize negatives and match types. Month 3, and say identify new ad group opportunities. Also, if you have a budget and you have a bit of coin to play with, I would definitely test dynamic search ads alongside keywords. Quick shout out to DSA, is they mine terms from your website automatically and often actually discover winners that you would have missed manually. The framework that I just showed you, intent-based fundamentals, understanding semantic matching, themed organization, and ongoing optimization. This is what's working for the brands that we work with. We're playing around with north of $10 million a month in spend, generating north of $50 million in revenue for all our clients combined across all sorts of niches, 7, 8, 9 figure e-commerce businesses. This is what they're doing and it's working right now. And it works even for smaller e-commerce brands too. Start small, gather that data up, and scale what works. If you do want my complete Google Ads optimization checklist that shows you exactly what to review every single week to keep improving results, link is in the description below, completely free. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.